Thursday late, but if you guys, what's on my arm? Is it a bruise? Oh, anyways. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another TV review. So this might be kind of a short video because we were talking about 4 shows. We are now down to 3, and as of right now, when I'm making this video, The Walking Dead has not returned from its mid-season break yet. It returns on is it on Valentine's? It's somewhere around Valentine's Day or on Valentine's Day. So I really only have 2 shows to talk about right now. I guess I can start off with some news though. I was reading a little bit earlier today on my phone that Scream Queens did get the okay for a 2nd season, which I don't know, I can't remember if it was the last TV review or the one before that where Scream I don't know if it was the last TV review or the one before that where Scream Queens, I can't say that word today, Scream Queens ended. But I wasn't too thrilled about it. I felt the ending was a bit predictable, blah blah blah. You can go back and watch that video if you want to hear me blather on about it. But it was renewed for a 2nd season, and the only thing I remember seeing about that is that it's going to be set in a hospital. I just watched the season finale of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I guess it depends on if it comes back on Valentine's Day. It's the 14th. No, I'll probably have to, the 2nd Thursday might fall before that. No, we're really gonna have one show to talk about. And I'm not sure if what I just watched for American Horror Story was the season finale or not. If it is, that would be really disappointing. It could have been though. It could have been a bad one, but I'm not sure. I don't know. And my DVR stopped recording like right when the show ended, so I didn't have a chance to hear like stay tuned for scenes from next week's American Horror Story, because that would have tipped me off. I don't think it was the season finale. Anyways, on with it. So Ash vs. Evil Dead ended with, if you haven't seen it, spoilers, ended with Ash making a deal with Ruby, who is actually an evil demon, the dark one, or she's part of the dark ones, to live a normal life with Pablo and Kelly in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, Florida, of all places. That's where it ended pretty much. Since my last review, in the show they went back to the original cabin from Evil Dead and fought it out. Sorry, I had to stretch in the middle of that. They cut the face off of the Necronomicon, which was cool, and then it kind of like slapped itself onto Pablo. That was a pretty cool part. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, so I mean that's where we left off. So I guess since it ended, general feelings on, I said this was gonna be a short video, but I'm just like, mind is not focused. So general feelings on the season. I think it was good. I think it really started off strong. I feel like I just really wanted hour-long episodes. Like I was really, really blown away by the first episode. And I feel like I wanted a little bit more each episode. I just wanted a little bit more. Since it was only 30 minutes, starting from episode 2 on, I feel like they probably had to leave out some more stuff. So it was mostly just gore and one-liners, which is to be expected from Evil Dead. But I just wanted a little bit more. I felt like I got so much more out of that first episode, and I just wanted that every single episode. But it wasn't disappointing, I don't think. I still had a fun time watching it, and I'm still gonna watch season 2. I'm definitely coming back for more for that one. So, plus we have to see where it progresses from here, because Ash made a deal. He didn't actually stop any evil, and he didn't stop the Deadites. He didn't suck them all back into the book or whatever, kick them all back to hell, you know? So, of course, we gotta see what happens next. So I'm definitely coming back for more, but maybe, hopefully if we all write strongly worded letters to the writers of Ash vs. Evil Dead, maybe they'll give us hour-long episodes in season 2. Please, please, please. What else we got to talk about? American Horror Story. Okay, so where I left off, they were kind of recapping everybody's story. So that's why I kind of thought it was the season finale. The very last episode I watched, Iris and Liz Taylor had taken over the hotel, pretty much because they're the only ones alive there. I feel like we're kind of getting a murder house situation here where everybody is dying. And it's just like in Murder House, where if you die in that house, you stay in the house forever. So if you die in the hotel, you stay in the hotel. So they're kind of recapping everybody's story, and they keep jumping ahead in the future. Like I think the last jump they did in the episode, they were in like 2022 or something like that. Like they've jumped ahead in the future. So that's kind of what makes me think we've reached the season finale, but I'm not sure. If that was the last episode, I'm disappointed. I mean, it was fun. I think it was one of the better episodes because it kind of reached a lull for me for a while because they just made so many characters and so many storylines that it was hard to keep up with them, I think. Not like hard for me to keep up with them, hard for the show, because you would watch like, like I think an hour was too short for as many characters and storylines that they created. Like there would be like whole like 2 or 3 episodes you wouldn't see certain characters because they had to focus on this other storyline. So I think they should have cut down the characters, or they just need to make like a whole nother season for Hotel. Like they should have just done it in 2 seasons or something and split it up better. Because there's a lot of really great characters, I think, and I think the only reason why they would be disappointing or some people wouldn't be excited about them is because they just didn't get enough screen time because there were so many other characters. So I'm not, I don't want to like give my overall thoughts of it yet until I know. I guess if I find out this week, because when I'm filming it, it's not yet Wednesday, so when you see this, there could be one more episode of American Horror Story that I have not watched yet, or I just not talking about here. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of recapping where we are. Liz Taylor, I'm gonna spoil a lot of things, finds out she has cancer, and then she asks the other ghosts of the hotel to kill her so she can stay forever, and then Lady Gaga, who is now a ghost, because she was killed finally. I don't really like her character. Comes in and slits her throat. Pretty much everyone's dead. John Lowe, Wes Bentley, he died, except he died outside of the hotel. So he only gets to come back to the hotel for 1 night a year on Devil's Night, which, if you guys remember, is the party James Patrick March holds every year for all like the great killers that he like mentored or whatever, like Eileen Wuornos and Richard Ramirez, John Wayne Gacy. So he comes back, Wes Bentley's character gets to come back 1 night a year for Devil's Night. I hope there's one more episode. I hope there is. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. That's where we are pretty much. Pretty much everyone is dead. Sally has found a new purpose in life. Iris gives her a cell phone and connection to the internet. So now she's like this internet sensation or something like that, like Instagram star or something like that, which I'll get into that next TV review because I think this season is gonna end soon if it's not ended already. So I'll get into that a little bit later. I don't wanna recap everything just yet until I know for sure that it was the last episode. Which, watch it be the last episode and then I'm just dumb and didn't know. So that's pretty much it. We don't have anything else to talk about, really. So the winner this week, there's only 2 shows I can talk about. Alright, I guess winner would be Ash vs. Evil Dead and losers American Horror Story. I say that very lightly because there's only 2 shows, so there really wasn't a whole lot of other competition. I guess I'll just give American Horror Story the lose this week because I'm not really sure if it was the last episode, and if it is, I'm very disappointed in it. If there's still more, then I'm okay with it. It didn't close up enough for me, that's why. So if that's how it ends, then I'm gonna be disappointed. It looks like it might kind of be a happy ending though, like Coven, and I know a lot of people didn't like the happy ending, but it's just horror stories can't have happy endings sometimes. Was there any good moments? Any like good, like what the fuck moments? Ash vs. Evil Dead, Pablo with the Necronomicon face, like literally like birthing out this like child demon from his mouth. That was probably one of the more gruesome things I've seen on that show. Like, it's pretty gory, but it's like almost like funny gory. That actually looked like very gruesome. So good job on that one. And those little kids, the ones that he like spits up out of his mouth, they're like fucking terrifying. If you guys watch it and you know what I'm talking about, those like little kid demons, that is when I see a child in public, that's what I see. That's what I see and hear. That's like the embodiment of a child for me, those things. If not, go look up what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're still with me, if you're still watching at least one of these shows. Let me know if that was the last episode of American Horror Story, and give me your predictions on what's gonna happen when The Walking Dead comes back. Yeah. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you're subscribed already. And until next time, stay strange. Bye.